Scott, I think probably in your time as Slough manager, that's probably up there with potentially the worst performance your side's put out, would you say?
Yeah, I just said that to you. So, got to be careful because I need these lads. The lads need each other. The staff need them. The supporters need them for the next 5 games. And I think you saw a side out there today that we played against. That it meant everything to them. They were absolutely brilliant all over the pitch compared to our lads. They won every individual battle. They put their bodies on the line. They played the pitch really well. All things that we spoke about before the game. We knew what it was going to sort of take to get a result here today, and we didn't do that. And that's the biggest frustration of mine. It's difficult because I put out a team that I thought would adapt to the conditions, similar to the Hornchurch second half where we changed it, went to a back 4. And did it work? Absolutely not. We looked really powder puff in front of goal. We had a couple of good openings that we didn't take our chances. But if you look at the goals, the first one, we don't track a runner. There's a cross, easy finish. Second one, I think guys headed it against Taylor already on. It's then dropped to their striker and he scored. Third one is a deflected goal that goes in. And the fourth one, I think Taylor gives it away on the edge of the box. Can't legislate for those things. So we talk about the sort of fundamentals in football, being better than your man. And today it's just one of those days that I was looking forward to. Coming down to Weymouth, I knew that we'd have a good following, and we can only apologise to them because, yeah, listen, it was an absolute disgrace of a performance. One that I didn't see coming. I don't know if some of the lads think that they've cracked it, that they've made it. It's really difficult. I could probably say too much, but the way that I'm feeling right now is probably the best time, not the best time to do an interview. But listen, we just want to apologise for what we delivered today and what we put out there because that's not a team that reflects me. And it's not about me and it's not about the reflection of me, but they should do it for themselves. But I just feel like today Weymouth were better than us all over the pitch.
Just to pick your brains then, in regards to team selection, just to start off, what was your thoughts on, of course, dropping David O'Bonnor today? Because I think a few people were a little bit surprised considering recent performances he's been fairly good.
Yeah, David's injured, so I begged him to be on the bench, begged him to come on for half an hour to try and change the game, and as he's about to come on at 2-0 down, they scored a third. So listen, I'd never leave David O'Bonnor out of the team, and I hope every person that questions me for doing that over recent performances, it would have been ludicrous of me to do that. He's been brilliant over the past few weeks. So it was a real frustration of mine not to be able to put him out there from the beginning. Should he have even come on? No, but we were sort of desperate measures at the time. It was 2-0 and I thought we could get him on for half an hour just to sort of go through the pain barrier. So yeah, it's one of those ones, hands were tied, so we had to change shape a little bit with what we had. We wanted to go 4-4-2 because it's quite a wide pitch, it's quite a bobbly pitch. We knew it'd be first and second balls and we didn't win any second balls all game, and you stood in the dugout and I don't know what I can actually physically do. The information we believe was correct. The lads have said in there it's nothing to do with the shape, just to do with heart, desire. And a Warren Feeney team always has that, and I think they've shown that today.
You've already mentioned the fact that we were pretty toothless in front of goal, and that's a fair thing to say. I think the only real effort that came to my mind was Josh Chapman, probably midway through the second half, a deflected effort. Why is that, considering you've gone with the extra man in the midfield and the forward line rather than the 5 at the back that we've seen most of the season? Why do you feel like we just didn't have that effort at goal? Is it just down to, as you said, a lack of effort?
Decision making in the final third, when to cross the ball, how to cross the ball, whether people want to run and go and get in the box, get on the end of things, get hurt. There's so many different things that make up creating a chance in football. I think every ball that we put in behind today, Weymouth swept up, cleared up. I thought their 2 centre-halves were brilliant. I thought they beat up our 2 strikers, if I'm brutally honest, across the floor and in the air. So we needed our sort of front men to hold the ball up, be better, and they didn't. And listen, I don't think we've ever had a game where we've not had a shot on goal. I think that's the disappointing thing. They've put in a goalkeeper today that I don't believe's ever played for them before. And we spoke about testing him early. Can we get a shot off? Can we put balls in the box? And listen, we haven't even had a shot on goal, I believe. I think Johnny Goddard's one in the second half is probably the best chance. Where he's put it wide of the goal, but yeah, I'm dumbfounded at the moment. I really am. It's always one of those where you'll say you'll watch it back, but I really don't want to. I want to try and park it, but I need to learn from this. And now we've got a massive game next week against Aveley, which has become a huge game. We've made it a lot more difficult for ourselves. It's certainly not over.
Quite right, as you mentioned there, Aveley confirmed down today. With St Albans City winning today as well, it takes them to 40 points, so we're only 8 away from that final spot in the relegation places. It's a realistic thing to look at now, isn't it? And it's obviously something you want to pull away from as fast as possible, and that Aveley game now is a massive game, isn't it?
It's huge, yeah. Like if the Aveley game's difficult, Chesham, Torquay, Borehamwood, Hampton, there's no easy game, so we need to get 3 points as quickly as we can. And once we've got those 3 points, listen, I'll then have a drink. It's as simple as that. But I won't rest up. Hopefully the lads won't rest up because I really want to see a reaction. I wish we were playing Tuesday night. That would have been good for me, because waiting a week to see what we deliver is probably a long time. We're back at home. There's no excuses. We can't blame the pitch. Hopefully we'll have maybe 1 or 2 people coming back from injury as well, so it gives us more options. I'm completely shocked with what we delivered today. Obviously some of the comments we got after the game, which I've never heard of before in my 250 games here, but we deserved it, and I don't mind that at all. I really don't mind it. I know when we've been great, I know when we've been bang average, and I know when we've been really poor, and today we were really poor. But yeah, sometimes it's difficult, because I'll go away and reflect and see what I could have done better, what I'd have done differently. But I think if we play that game again, I don't think we could be anywhere near as bad.
Just a final word then for some of the appreciation towards perhaps some of those fans who weren't making some of those negative comments, although to be fair, I think we both agree probably deserved to some respect. I know, for example, there was some money put behind the bar here at Weymouth just to show a bit of goodwill towards the fans. Just allow you to just with your final say.
Yeah, listen, the ones that have hammered us today at the end of the game, I have no problem with. They've come to support us. So I'm speaking to all the fans here to say thanks. It's not personal between myself and the players and the people that have chosen to say some negative things. 100% of the time we get great things said to us. We get clapped off when we get beat in games. But I think it's just a manner of the defeat. I had a lot of family that travelled down here today that have spent their money as well, staying overnight and things like that. So I get it, I understand it. I know that it costs a lot of money. The money we put behind the bar today, for me, it's a real shame, because we obviously wanted to give something back to the fans, which we've done, but it feels like that's gone to waste, because I know that they'd rather have bought their own drinks and probably got 3 points. So we thought it was going to be a nice day down in Weymouth where we could put in a good performance, get a good maybe point or 3, but we deserved absolutely nothing. And it's really difficult. The bus journey home is going to be probably the longest one we've ever been on. I think our other performances, Tunbridge at home last season was the standout one for me, where we were extremely bad. Away from home, we've not been great, but we've never really been taken to the cleaners like that today. And I'll say it. Listen, the boys owe it to every single person at the football club, whether that's me, the staff, the supporters, themselves, their teammates. We need a reaction, and it's going to be hopefully the reaction that we want next week against Aveley, but a team that are already relegated, they've got no fear in them coming to our place. So it'll be a really interesting game, but hopefully we can come out on the right side of it and get the 3 points that we need sooner rather than later. But waffling on a bit, but like I said, huge thanks to the supporters. We need them to stick with us more than ever after a defeat like this, and I know that they will. But yeah, it's been a long season.
Commiserations, Scott. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you at Arbor Park next Saturday for that big game against Aveley.
Cheers, Con. Thank you.